Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Red Hots. Very talented, both sides of the ball, great offense, great defense. New coach, Kevin O'Connell. We're talking about the Minnesota Vikings today. They got a nice road win yesterday against the Miami Dolphins. I know they were missing Tua. However, Teddy Bridgewater is a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. I'll throw that in there right here, right now. The Minnesota Vikings are 5-1, right? Who's their one loss? I'll answer it for you. It's the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. First year head coach. Okay, you're literally learning a new scheme on both ends of the field, offense and defense. They're doing a phenomenal job. Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook. I gotta give mad props to Kirk Cousins. The one thing the Minnesota Vikings have where, I understand if you're concerned about the previous Mike Zimmer, I think Mike Zimmer was a solid head coach. However, I'm liking this new era for the Minnesota Vikings. I think it's something that they really needed, a fresh breath of air. Man, I'll tell you, they got some playmakers on both sides of the ball, specifically on the offensive end. We know Dalvin Cook's good, right? We know Justin Jefferson is good. But when everything comes together and the offensive scheme comes together and you got Kirk Cousins doing his thing this past week, he didn't do anything crazy. Like I said, it wasn't the best win you've ever had, right? Kirk Cousins, 20 of 30, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Well, he had a QBR of 104.2. He did his job. That's what Kirk Cousins is doing right now. He's doing his job. I'll tell you this. If they played this game, if we throw the clock back a couple years ago, in the Mike Zimmer era, would the Minnesota Vikings have won this game against Miami Dolphins? Probably not. Probably not. This team is so hungry. They are super hungry. And the scariest part about the Minnesota Vikings they're just starting to click, man. Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. See the Chicago flag? I'm a Packers fan. All right. So that should mean even more. This is going against my ego here, making a hype video about the Minnesota Vikings from a Packers fan. That's not what I want to be doing right here, right now. But I got to give props. I got to give respect where it is due. The Minnesota Vikings have done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. At the end of the season, will you go back? Let's say the Minnesota Vikings win the NFC North. And you're trying to nitpick this team. Will you go back to this Week 6 victory on the road against the Miami Dolphins, a playoff caliber? The Miami Dolphins are going to make the playoffs. They're a talented team. And it's not just Tua, right? They've been building the blocks for a couple of seasons now. I'll tell you, man, this team frightens me. They frighten me. That defense, they were top 10 last season for a reason. Their offense, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback by any means. Is he Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers? Not necessarily. But he can win you games. If we go back, let's say let's say the Vikings win the NFC North. Are we going to go back to this Week 6 victory on the road and say, yeah, it was a good win, but it was, it was the Miami Dolphins and they were on the road? No. A win is a win. Now, granted, the Minnesota Vikings have a little bit of a tougher schedule coming up in the next few weeks. They look just fine. And like I said, in this Kevin O'Connell era, they're going to win a lot more close games than they would have with Mike Zimmer. And that's not shade at any point, in any way, shape, or form on Mike Zimmer. Kevin O'Connell's that dude. He's that dude for a reason. They brought him in for a reason, and he's building a culture. These players, they've got a chip on their shoulder, right? Underdogs. Count it out. It's not like Minnesota's a bad team, but you got Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers in your same division. Week 1, that was right there. Right there. Week 1, embarrassing loss from the Green Bay Packers. Phenomenal win from Minnesota Vikings. They're 5-1 right now, and they're just getting started. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the Minnesota Vikings. If you want more Vikings videos, let me know down below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and drop some Minnesota Vikings love down below in the comments. I'll see you guys later.